Okay, remember we are developing a matured kitchen, right? But if your client is an aloo olio pasta, then there's a lot of things you don't need from your kitchen, right? You definitely don't need soy sauce. You definitely don't need, I don't know, sesame sauce or sesame or ground. So many things you don't need, right? So you're learning a lot for the matured kitchen. But when you meet a client, don't bring your entire kitchen. Don't bring your entire toolkit. So here's my question to you. How do you know? How do you know you are loved? How do you know? What proof do you have of you being loved? How do you know you are loved? So look at 5 or 6 relations you are in right now. Okay. How do you know that I think I'm safe here? I think this is stupid. They don't like me. They don't like me. They like me, So you have this awareness that here you are loved and here you are not loved. Now my question is, how do you know you are loved? My question is on evidence procedure. My question is on criteria. And let's hold this question. I give you a context, right? Now let's go to this something deeper. Growing up, how did you know you were loved? Third question. Who made you feel loved the most? Who told you that's not how you were loved? From whom did you learn how you were not loved at all? Who taught you that that's not love? With whom did you learn how you feel loved? And we learn that through contrast also, right? I know what I like also by meeting what I don't like. Yes, I don't like this because I like that, and this is not that, so I don't like this. We understand our world even through contrast. So growing up, how did you know you were loved? Participate in that. Sit back and say, how did I know I was loved? Go back 7 years, go back 6 years, and say, what is the first evidence you have of you being loved? What's the very first, earliest evidence you have of you being loved? What's the earliest, what's the oldest evidence you have of you being loved? Did you have to do something to get that love? Or was love given free? Was love given in abundance and free? Was it showered onto you? Or did you have to prove yourself and work very hard for that love? Did you work very hard for that love? Did they make you feel love is conditional? What was it growing up? What was your relationship with love growing up? What was your understanding about love? Did you feel loved? How did you know you are loved? This is the story you're carrying with you. And this is what we need to rewrite. Now, we are learning it reflective, which means I want you to be the client and experience this, but I also want you to step out and be the counselor and learn these questions because you got to take it and meet this client in the client. So ask yourself this brave question. How did I know that I was loved? What are my early evidences? What formative experiences did I have with which I got to know that I'm loved? And in the last 1 week or 10 days or 1 month, come to this time. Look at the last 1 week, 10 days or 1 month and pull out events where you felt you were loved, where you were loved unconditionally, not as a transaction, not because you gave a gift, you found that love, or because you gave sex, you found that love, or because you gave emotional support, you found that love, not as a transaction. Love should be free, like the rainwater, like the clouds, like the wind, should be free. Do you have an evidence? When you don't have an evidence, now remember this, counseling problems are here. When our clients don't have an evidence of them being loved unconditionally, they start doing all sorts of things, and the extreme could be war. How else will you want to be seen? How else will you belong? How else will, because remember, we are all trying to belong, safety, contribute, get recognition. Now, there's no right or wrong, good or bad in this. So they're trying to belong. So when people don't have an evidence of love as an experience, they're going to do everything to belong, to find safety, to feel that they're contributing, or to get that recognition. And it could start from anywhere, from falling sick, self harm, rescuing others, being there for others, because you begin to feel the cause and effect. If I do that, I'll get this. Because you're learning that I get this if I do this. So now you magnify that by saying that let me increase the doing so that I'll get more of that. So it's important to ask, in the last 10 days, did I feel loved? What the fuck am I doing with my life then? I didn't feel loved. Like really, what the fuck are you doing with your life if you didn't feel loved? 10 days, 10 days. That's a lot, right? You take bath twice a day, you drink water how many times, you change clothes, you put deodorant how many, you put perfume. So many things, that's how you feel loved, right? But are you living in a world, have you created this world where you don't feel loved? That's self-care as a therapist. That's putting boundaries as a therapist. Now, if you are sitting in a world with the client, you don't have an experience of that. And that's the basic primary home for every adult. So you see, my question is on evidence, procedure, and criteria. How do you know you are loved is a question on evidence, procedure. How do you know you're loved today? How do you know? What should someone do in your world that you feel loved? What do you think someone should do in your world? And I'm going to give you examples, right? Tell me if this one belongs to you. If I give you gifts, does that make you feel that you love? And when I say gifts, I don't mean diamonds. Well, also not bad. But maybe I give you a leaf, and I say, you know what? I was walking through the gardens in Russia, these maple fell, and I thought of you that if we were together, and I picked up this maple leaf, and I wanted you to have this because I want you to know that I missed you at that time. Would you like a gift? Does that make you feel that I was loved? Or did the words make you feel that? How do you want this reassurance? We want to be reassured. When I asked you in the last 10 days, what you're saying is, in the last 10 days, nobody assured me that I'm loved. So, how do you want your reassurance to be? By things? By words? How would you like that? By touch? By touch? By constantly holding your hand, waist, head, hair, neck, chin, getting close, intimate spaces? Is that how you feel? Is that your reassurance? It's not validation, that's different. This is a reassurance. How would you like the reassurance that you're loved? Well, if you don't know, then you can find out how do you fight with your partner? What do you ask for more? Do you ask for more touches? More intimate spaces of being close, being together? Or do you tell them, talk to me? Then it's words, language. Talk to me. And are they telling you what to talk to you? We just spoke. Or is it doing things for you? Like you're going through something difficult and they're doing things, they're booking your tickets, they're making sure your luggage is taken care of. Are they doing things for you? Is that your understanding of love? Is that your evidence procedure of love? And there could be more. I don't know, I'm just saying a few. So my question to you is, how do you know you are loved? What evidence procedure? What when someone does in your world you feel, I think he loves me or she loves me? These are questions you need to ask yourself, because it may look unconscious, But this is how you learn to love. It's connected with how did I learn to love? Or how did I learn that I was loved? Two very big questions. How did you learn to love? And how did you learn that you are loved? And first question, how did you learn to love? Second question, how did you learn that you were loved? Third question, in the last 10 days, 20 days, 1 month, 2 months, do you have an evidence procedure of I was loved?